This week on INC News World.
I have never seen anything like this before.
A record food donation is distributed in Florida.
This is beautiful. This is great!
And blood donations are held to combat shortages in Washington State. Your INC News World starts now. Welcome to INC News World. I'm Brother Michael Guerrero, coming to you from the INC Media Studio in the San Francisco Bay Area. And we hope everyone is continuing to stay safe wherever you are today. In Florida, food security continues to be an increasing dilemma. In Central Florida, reports from Feeding America projects that 13.8%, 1 in 7 people, and 20.1%, 1 in 5 children, live in households that may be food insecure in 2021. But for one food pantry and outreach center, help was provided by a local organization to help fight hunger among needy families. Angeli Baltazar has the story.
Food insecurity remains a big problem across Central Florida, and Second Harvest Food Bank says the hunger issue is at an all-time high.
People who never thought they needed a food bank are now searching for their next meal.
Food security is something that we've really just been trying to overcome and make sure that we're able to help as many people as possible, being able to find shelter, being able to have a place to find healthy food.
Katie Bednarski, a resident in Orlando, Florida, has been the director of outreach at One Heart for Women and Children, a place close to Katie's heart and mission to provide needy families with food security.
Feeding and mentoring people who don't have food security, whether they're homeless, whether they're struggling with domestic violence, whether they're struggling with addiction. She just wants to make sure that she can pave the way for people to get the help that they need, people to get the help that they need that we once struggled with as well when we were homeless about 20 years ago.
She, being her mother Stephanie Bowman, a cancer survivor and once homeless due to domestic violence, founded One Heart and understands even what a parent goes through in times of desperate need.
Going back to 22 years ago when I was homeless, I felt hopeless. I felt helpless. And, do we pay our mortgage, or do we pay our health insurance, or do we provide healthy food for our family?
Even the One Heart Center, seeing the impact of the pandemic on their community with increasing needs.
We're helping over 20,000 people each month. We were together and talking about our pantry was almost bare.
But especially since the pandemic, security is something that we've really just been trying to overcome and make sure that we're able to help as many people as possible.
And as they reached out to the community for donations, Farron, an event coordinator at One Heart, received an important and timely phone call.
So I got a call from Valerie about 2 months ago. She reached out to us. She told us a little bit about Church of Christ, that you all wanted to do the largest donation ever.
She says, Katie, there's going to be 25 U-Hauls of food being donated to us today from this church. And I'm like, what? Is this a joke? Like, this is absolutely crazy. This is the biggest donation that we've ever gotten from anybody.
U-Haul trucks traveling from the many established congregations of the Church of Christ throughout Florida. As Orlando was the staging ground for all preparations, packing and loading of food donations for One Heart, all this was also from the volunteering efforts of the Church of Christ members for the love of their community. And the response of One Heart upon the arrival of such needed aid.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. This is great!
We're ready to do whatever you...
Let's open it.
Yeah, let's open it. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow, that is incredible.
We want to include even the community in our celebration. So part of that celebration, we joined with this One Heart organization, and we wanted to not just share our faith, but also we wanted to show the project of aid to humanity.
I am almost in tears. I have never seen anything like this before.
A project launched by the Church of Christ through Felix Y. Manalo Foundation in providing immediate assistance to underserved communities and impoverished areas throughout the world, and now at One Heart in Orlando, Florida. With 25 U-Hauls passing by as part of the celebration of 25 years of God's blessings in Florida, Katie called her mom, Stephanie, to share the excitement with her.
And they go all the way down. Yep. We have Spam, we have canned goods, we have water, we have a lot of different non-perishables that are going to go out to all of our clients over the next couple of weeks.
Whether it's care packages, whether it's the love that you give, whether it's the personalization that you give to everyone in that community that you're at, you guys do such an amazing outreach, and I was just absolutely blown away with what you guys do all over the world, all over America, and now Florida, and now it has hit One Heart.
The lasting impression and future partnership of One Heart has made with the Church of Christ will continue to be a lasting one.
So first I want to say thank you to the Church of Christ for choosing One Heart. Again, it reminds me that we're not alone. We're never, ever, ever alone. My heart felt fuller than it has in a long time. Like it was, wow, somebody that doesn't know us, this group of amazing humans that don't know us are here to help us.
And knowing that everything that we're going to be doing today is going to help over thousands of people. I'm very, very thankful for you guys, and I can't say thankful. Can't say thankful enough and can't say thank you enough.
And this humanitarian effort done here today was one of the many projects celebrating the past 25 years of blessings and growth of the Church of Christ in Florida. A future made bright for the communities here in Orlando as they not only create new partnerships, but also bring people one step closer to the truth. If you want to learn more about the humanitarian efforts happening here in Florida and many other places around the world, visit us at incmedia.org/INCNewsWorld. Angeli Baltazar, Iglesia Ni Cristo News Network.
In King County, Washington, over the last year, the social distancing protocols have led to the cancellation of the school and employer blood drives that maintain the local blood supply, putting the local blood supply in danger of collapse. But helping our fellow man in situations just like this is a familiar feeling for members of the Church of Christ, either longtime members or new in their faith. Ryan and Daniel are co-workers and friends.
I invited a guest to church to listen to the Church of Christ teachings in there, and then they finally decided to actually make it to that day of baptism.
So that's really when it really all clicked together, was towards the end of last year, and made me so sure that this was the true church and that I wanted to join.
Just one day earlier, these friends became brothers in faith.
I became a full-fledged member in the Church of Christ. I was baptized yesterday, so it's pretty exciting. Yep, thank you.
And on that day, Ryan was baptized into the Church of Christ during a special worship service in the District of Washington State. The day after, Ryan already found himself performing a good deed as a true Christian, donating blood with the man who first invited him to the true church.
Today we donated blood, my first event being a full-fledged member of the Church of Christ. So it's pretty cool, pretty unique thing that we do to help others and reach out to others.
It's one of the commandments of God, helping your fellow man. Simply put, if they say, hey, this is one way we can help our fellow man, why not?
The District of Washington State teamed up with Bloodworks Northwest so blood donor volunteers could sign up at various pop-up donor centers across the state.
Donating blood, it's a harmless and it's always a good feeling to donate because you know that you're making a difference to the community and the people.
As Ryan came to learn, the Church of Christ follows the command to help whenever we possibly can.
And I encourage everybody to come out here and, really join the Church of Christ, because it's not just saying things, it's we're acting on it. We're doing stuff to help people.
Members of the Church of Christ across Washington state continue to collaborate with local organizations to be of most assistance to the communities in which they serve. To see more volunteer stories, visit incgiving.org. In the continuation of this week's episode of INC News World, in Washington, D.C., no personal hurdle was too big to stand in this woman's way to finding the truth. The local congregation of Great Lakes celebrates their 25th anniversary. Stay tuned.